Hey guys, this is Scott Williams from the IceBox Studios, and I'd just like to read out some past safety ideas because I've run into a bit of trouble before, nothing official, but medically and within the 6 weeks before the game jam or even further along. Unless you're already in a student team, I think you'd benefit from these tips. First one here we've got, within the last 3 weeks of the game jam, if there's something bothering you, if you've got earache, if you've got headaches, migraines, if your eyesight's going, if your sinuses are blocked up or anything like that, go see a doctor, because otherwise you're going to pass that disease or infection onto someone else, and they're going to come down with it, and they could pass it on to somebody else. You just really don't want that kind of thing, and let's not forget, it's for your benefit, no one else's. So just make sure if there's something wrong, then just ask the doctor to check you out. I get my eyes tested regularly, and I have I keep my teeth nice and clean, and I'm always drinking water. Right, okay. This is really important. Within the 6 weeks that you've met your team, you may or may not get on with your team, okay, or a specific team member. This does happen, So this is why they've instigated team managers in for the students, or if it's in any other country. Just find out who you're working with, find out about their personalities. It's a good idea to find out what pushes their buttons, so not to annoy them in that fashion, because when you do, it will just end badly. And yeah, with the 6 weeks we've got to know our team, and we've got to get on with our team. It's not like we're getting paid to do this, so we can either bow out if we're not getting along with the team. But essentially, what you've got to remember is you're going there to act as professionals. Okay, so I strongly suggest that you go there as a working professional would, for example, if you can figure out who that is, and see how they do. I'm referring to the game jam, of course, or any gaming event. So just make sure that you get on with your team, and any problems that you may have during 48 hours, or how many hours it is, ask your team captain to take you outside, or if it's the team captain especially that you're having a problem with, ask him to go outside. Just have a civil word and leave it at that. If there's somebody else on the team that's bothering you, again, involve the team captain. Both of you will go outside, all three, sorry, and you'll state your problems with each other maybe. Otherwise, you'll be getting one of these. Alright, you're going to be getting an iron hook right in the face if you don't be careful. So, just really make sure that you keep chilled out, and drink plenty of water and whatnot. Which brings me on to my next stage or step, which is basically my experience is the developers and programmers, they prolong their sleep. They deprive themselves of sleep, and all they want to do is code. Because in fairness to them, they may not know after going out for a pizza or something like that. They may forget where their last stage were at, where their programming was at. So when you get the chance, do everything for them. Have you got to talk to your girlfriend? No, you're at a fucking game jam. Please, come on, man. It's happened before on loudspeaker, and it was very irritating to everybody else as well, I can imagine. It's up to the team captain or the person in charge to make sure that you assign yourself, okay, because we're all adults, okay, you assign yourself some time to sleep and make sure you keep that sleep pattern. And if you've got any illnesses, with me regards to epilepsy, I ask somebody else to remind me to take medicine at a certain time in a 12-hour period. That was done for me because I asked them to, and we all got along very well as a team. Which brings me on to my next point. Eat regularly and drink regularly as well. I recommend fresh fruit, water, and anything with natural sugars. I don't recommend Dr. Pepper or those stupid Monster or Red Bull drinks. That's not doing your body any favour, and that guarana crap. That does, you've got to think of vitamins, minerals and carbs, like bananas for example, because that's full of carbs and nutrients, natural nutrients, okay? You'll stay in there for a long period of time. You're going to have your eyes open for a long period of time. You want to make sure that you can stay alert for that period of time. Over the time it takes to make the game, okay, as short as it sounds, a 48-hour game jam is a 9 to 5 week. So bear that in mind when you're sitting in the studio staring at a screen for 2 hours and you're not having a coffee break or tea, green tea, something like that. Yeah, they didn't have green tea last time. Anyway, deviate from the point. Eat fresh food, eat good food, and eat when you're assigned to eat, okay? If you've got to leave somebody in there for safety reasons, if you brought especially expensive equipment, just bring that person food, or if that person's actually asleep when you have to go get something to eat, and I say have to because you should do, make sure it's fresh food, and when this person wakes up from a little bit of sleep, then go get them something to eat, because as a team captain or manager or whatever, their brain, the carbs will start to shut down. If you've got a good diet, stick to a good diet. If you've got a poor diet, then try and stick off the Dr. Peppers and Monster drinks, because you don't need them, because they're more likely to shut down your brain and not help you work than if you were to work. So you've just got to think of the electrodes in your brain, okay? They rely on minerals and vitamins and some carbs. If you burn off the carbs, you'll feel very hungry and you'll feel irritated because you haven't had something to eat. So make sure that you have a good sensible diet in a sensible frame of time. Okay, which brings me on to my next point. Especially being irritated. Respect your team, okay? And they will show you that same respect back, or they should do. I'm not saying they won't. I'm saying that it should be deserved. because within the 6 weeks you'll form a bond with your team, and if you're exceptionally irritating, then they'll take you off that team and they'll put you into another team. But either way, when you actually get to the game jam, make every effort to make sure that you get on with your team, because if you do not get on with your team and show them their respect due, they will not do the same for you, and they will not help you. So make sure you keep that in mind. The second thing is, you don't just respect your team as well as they respect you. I'm not talking about the skills you have. I'm talking about common respect. Being polite. The fourth game jam, the last game jam I went to, or whether it be another event, the other teams and your team won't actually know each other. So if you push somebody from another team, push their buttons in the wrong direction, there's going to be a little bit of friction, and you know this really. So even though everybody's there to act professional, they're still students at the end of the day. They're not going to know if you're joking around, or although you shouldn't be joking around in the first place, you should show them respect as well, because you don't know if they've got a temper, you don't know if they have panic attacks, or if they fly off the handle, if they've got any medical issues, something like that. So it's better to be safe than sorry in that respect, and just keep that in mind as a safety tip. Okay, so the next one, you'll be assigned professional. In most events you'll be assigned leaders, walkers, or professional tutors. Okay, and this is mainly to diffuse any anxiety or any problems that you feel you might have. Usually you'll work it out between yourselves. But if there's, say, a strategy you think might work for you, or a tool you don't know how to use, they will of course be there as professionals, getting paid to help you do it. Make full use of their knowledge, because that's what they're paid to do, and they're getting sleep at the right time, and they're getting food at the right time, which is what you should be doing. So make sure you shadow what they're doing. I guess that's the point. They will help you, but again, it's the same. Show them the same respect they respect you, and they'll help you to no end. Obviously, they will want to see you do a lot yourself, and they will ask you what you're using. But just make sure that's on the cards. Also, if I hadn't mentioned already, with regards to the doctor, if you have a prolonged illness, make sure you have an appointment. Go see your doctor, your specialist, before the event, to make sure you actually can take part. There's no shame in not being able to take part, but there are medical professionals on every set event to make sure you're as comfortable as possible. But if you do not mention this to them, then there's nothing they can do, and there's nothing they're obliged to do if you do not mention it to them. Also, there's one more thing about the health. Well, there's many health aspects, but do not go there with like 2 hours sleep when you've got to stay up for so long. The 48-hour game jam, for example, is not 48 hours. You get there, and that's when the 48 hours start. The game itself you will not have 48 hours to make. You will be finishing the game with winners and a bit more how do you do and whatnot. But the initial thing is anxiety, I guess. Just go there with a level-headed mind, and just be at peace with yourself. Do what you've got to do. Listen to music or something like that on the travel there. A lot of people travel a long way to go to these certain events, but the main thing is, if you go there sleep deprived and you continue to be sleep deprived, then you're going to be in a bad mood and you're not going to motivate yourself. You're not going to feel motivated. You're going to feel very bad, and you're also going to take out on your teammates most likely. The last thing, I guess, is have fun. Yeah? You're not there to shout and scream and bicker. You're there to have a good laugh. When I was there last time with my team, I took over like a problem. For example, we were 20 hours into the game jam, making a game. We had a working game, and I asked the captain, the team leader, as I just said simply, okay, we need a name now. We can't really wait till the end. We came up with a name, but I don't really think the team captain appreciated me undermining him like that. So just be aware of that. It's just little niggles and factors like that can that can cause upset, and that's really what you don't want. That's another thing where you want to take your team captain or take your team captain and a member out to discuss, rather than row and bicker in front of other teams, because that's when they know or think they'll have the advantage unless you set up some kind of elaborate scheme, And at the very end, when they're announcing the team winners, show respect to them, clap, cheer, do whatever, and if you win, that's really excellent, because it will show your potential. It will show spotters from other places or professional studios what you can do, and they would have seen what you can do. So just bear in mind that all the time, if you think of it as they want to see how well you would work professionally, then you will work your arse off making sure that you have the right attitude, work in a professional and profound, well-mannered way, show respect to your team, show respect to other teams, and also make sure, you can't make sure the other team show respect to you, but if anything should happen, inform inform the team captains and inform the staff that there may be a bit of a problem, so you can then get past it. And if worse comes to worse, you'd have to move to a different IT room to get the work done. But that is in like the absolute extreme case. Okay, I've never actually witnessed it myself. I have, however, witnessed people walking out on their teams to get sleep and then just not bother coming back, or people disappearing because they can't work with the team that they're in after they've decided after 6 weeks that they can. Also, with regards to respecting the team, make sure you show up, and if you don't, make sure you call one of the team, or you make one of the team managers to make sure that the team captain knows that you will not be arriving in good time. If you just turn up on the day, like last year, one of our team members turned up on the day and said, "I just felt like coming," and we were slightly befuddled about this. So we thought, okay, fair enough, and we got on with what we had to do. We got the game done. We didn't win, but we came up with a good game, and we came up with a working game. It's the general drill, and everybody worked very well together. So there was no problems with that way. It's just these safety tips and professionalisms. People around you may think of you in a different way as you think of them, and also to have your team back you up if you're not sure how to do a certain task. And also this is one of the cool things, and important, I guess, when you're discussing team strategy and what you want to do as a game, don't do it in front of other people, other teams. They're going to cotton on to what you're saying, and it's going to be rubbish, because they're going to get the upper hand on that, and then we say, well, they've done that and we can improve it. No, just go out of the room with a pen and paper. Make sure you've got the artist, so the designer can dictate to the artist what you'd like. Make sure the programmer has a certain game engine in mind that he will proficiently be able to use, and that should be fine. Okay, so as general rule that we've gone over, diet is important. Respect your team, respect other teams, also respect the staff that are trying to help you. Go out of the room when you're deciding on any major things. If you need help, that's what the tutor team are for. Regular sleep, regular eating time, regular eateries, and that should be fine. Now you've got the general rules down, or my rules. Take them on board. Take what you will from it, and if you've got anything special to add, let me know in the comment section. I'd love to see a load of you have this. Yeah, when you're looking at the screen for far too long, like take every 3 hours or something, because, pardon me, you will have to stay at the computer for a longer period of time than usual. That's why these are once a year. So just make sure you take these tips on board, okay? That's all I can really hint you to do. I'm not telling you, I'm not asking you to do this. I'm just saying, it would be in your best interest, your tutor and your team and the other teams, of course, and just clap at the teams that win. Be a good sportsman, okay? Because nobody likes a sore loser, and let's face it, everybody who goes there will be highly regarded as. I've been there enough times to be regarded as a good member of the team. So or of any team, to be that, to be frank. And as long as you take all this in, I'm happy with that. And I also hope you're happy with the tips that I've given you. And if there's any questions or queries of what I've mentioned, or anything else you can think of, then write it down in the comment section, and make sure it's cool, and make sure it's clean. Yes? Okay. Thank you. Bye.